How's it going, YouTube briefers? Here's an update on my KESSiL A80 on my Nuvo 20-gallon aquarium. I'm going to talk about some additions and some losses that I've had in my tank. As you can see, I have outlined the sweet spot for the KESSiL A80. Inside this red cone is the sweet spot. Anything outside to the left and to the right, it's kind of shaded. As you can see, I'm battling a little bit of cyanobacteria. I neglected this tank a little bit during the holidays. I was very busy. I didn't do a water change for the month of December. I have added 2 additional fish, a bicolored blenny that aggravates my polyps up there, and this yellow shoulder tang. They're both juveniles. I'm growing them out. Later on, I'll be adding them to my 125 display tank. And here's the cyanobacteria. As you can see, I'm going to be battling it today with the water change. Here you can see some new additions to the branching hammer. It's got 2 new heads on this side, and on the other side it's got 4 more, for a total of 6 brand new heads on this hammer. I guess this light is doing pretty decent. Here's one of my 2 snowflake clowns. It's the bigger one, and this is my new addition, the yellow shoulder tang. And I'll be moving it into my display tank when it gets a little bit bigger, but for now it's going to stay in this tank. I'm going to grow it out here. These pallies aren't doing too good. They were in the far left, and I moved them here to the center, see if they get any better. And this flower pot, it does okay. Later on in the evening, they sprout all the polyps. And this Ricordia mushroom, it's doing okay. It's got 2 little heads. And there's my little GSP frag up on top of the mushroom. And these are my light settings. I ramped them up a little bit higher to 70% color and 75% intensity, just to get a little bit more kick out of them. But these are my settings. They still turn on at 8 o'clock in the morning and turn off at 10 o'clock. They start at 5% intensity or 5% color, and go up from 15 to 25, 55 to 65, 70 to 75, and they turn off at 2200, which is 10 o'clock. I may be cutting the light time a little bit shorter to help out on with the cyanobacteria. This is the water temperature of my tank. The light's been on for half a day, and it does not add any heat. Stays at 76, 77. And the light also stays at 85, 86. From the bottom or the top, the temperature stays there at 86, 87. And my 2 gallons that I'll be replacing, I like to keep it at within 1 or 2 degrees of the water temperature of the tank. That way I don't shock anything. And here are some marine pure spears that I added to the tank to help out with the bio load. And I cut them in half. That way I added some more. I added all I could into the media trays. I'll be changing those filter floss pads. Don't worry, I won't be doing a water change without changing those. And I also added some spears here. I packed as many as I could by cutting them in half. That worked out pretty good. I also added some marine pure spheres to the back of the sump area. When I did that, I also cleaned the sump area. I had a bunch of detritus and junk and trash in the back that was just accumulating, but I also had a bunch of cocoa pods back there. When I did that, I wiped out the cocoa pod population, and that starved my Mandarin goby to death. That's one thing I lost when I did that. I guess it was my fault. I should have just left that trash back there. I also lost my cleaner shrimp. I don't know what happened to it. It just disappeared. It went MIA. One day I couldn't find it, and it's been gone. In my media reactor, I run GFO on the bottom, and the top half I run carbon. It tumbles pretty good. I'm doing that to help out with the cyanobacteria. This is my chaeto out of the little refugium area. Ouch, I got stung by a bristleworm. I harvest this every 2 weeks. I get this much out of it every 2 weeks, and I take most of it out and leave like a little ball size of chaeto, and back in 2 weeks it's this size. I'm gonna be turning on the refugium light to show you how much chaeto I left in there. Like I said, it grows back within 2 weeks. And here's a tank after the water change. I siphoned all the cyanobacteria I could, and next to that yellow shoulder tang is a rock with seaweed. I rubber band it to that little rock, and that little tang goes to town with that seaweed. Thanks for watching, and leave some comments. Give it a thumbs up if you like it.